My name is Dr. Carol Fails. My address is 820 Wilkshire Drive, Lima, Ohio. The NAACP is a civil rights organization that fights for all citizens on a voluntary basis, and therefore its members are not self-serving in any manner and take great offense to such a reference. This local unit has met with local corporations who have embraced the need to concentrate on educational needs of African Americans, which affects their economic success. The NAACP had only one meeting with school officials in which 6 people were present. And it did not include any city officials. After the meeting, I immediately reached out to the superintendent in another district in Ohio with similar student demographics as the Lima City Schools. He was glad to meet with me and NAACP President Ronald Fails. The superintendent stated that his local NAACP chapter approached him about the same concerns in regards to the lack of representation of African American educators, which didn't reflect the percentages of African American students. He expressed to us that he could not argue the point because of its accuracy. Therefore, he, as superintendent, personally assumed the responsibility to secure staff, which now includes 50% African American educators and includes a diverse staff in the central office. The Lima NAACP reached out to the school board to share specifically information how this superintendent accomplished the hire of more African American educators, which have reduced suspension rates and other strategies that they have implemented to reduce those rates, but LCS officials have chosen not to engage on 5 occasions. Also, this district's progress performance is better than LCS. The NAACP is actively awarding scholarships to graduating African American students. We took students on a college tour to Central State. We have actively sought out African American students to participate in a summer program at Ohio Northern. We have hosted a job fair in which numbers of individuals who sought employment was great, and we are actively exploring other programs. So the efforts to halter the NAACP's progress in the community can only be a display of implicit bias to maintain status quo. The NAACP is trying to prevent a Ferguson episode in Lima, and therefore we are speaking to City Council tonight in hopes to engage City Council in how we can work as a community to address these concerns. I am a national educational trainer, and over the years I've perfected my brand to expand in various areas of curriculum and instruction. My minimum training fee is $1,500 a day. I have conducted locally training and coaching in the Shawnee local school district and gave them, of course, my local discount. And as you can see, financially, I don't need employment with the Lima City Schools. After hearing that the Lima City Schools could not find qualified African American applicants, I applied for 2 administrative positions, willing to take a cut in income since I hold a principal's license, a permanent teaching license, a PhD in curriculum and instruction, and live in a community. But my experiences was like other African American applicants who had applied to the Lima City Schools. Finally, every article written by the NAACP has referenced a study or publication in regards to our concerns. So I referenced this book, What Does It Mean to Be White, by Dr. Robin DiAngelo. Dr. D'Angelo, who is white, has completed extensive research on the educational system in the United States. In her words, which includes a segregated staff of white educators whose classrooms are filled with children of color, and the role white teachers play in reproducing racial inequality. Dr. D'Angelo will gladly, if requested, conduct a powerful diversity training. Also in the meeting with Ms. Ackerman, we talked about diversity training, to which she did not oppose at that meeting, which is another strategy to reduce high suspension rates of African American students. Displays in recent events in the city of Lima suggest that diversity training from schools to City Hall is needed. Thank you.
Thank you.